Guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is March 24, 2024, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. Alright guys, so we have some urgent information coming out. If you can, please share this video. So we have very important updates. You guys know last night, the bear dropped the hammer on the yellow and blue country, especially the western part, and kind of put Poland on high alert. So it says here you have fighter jets scramble as the sleeping giant bombers approach its border. The Bear Defense Ministry says. Now remember guys, last night the Bear territory got hit by Storm Shadow missiles. Those are some very powerful missiles. They got hit really hard and the Bear retaliated. They sent their TU bombers out there in the yellow and blue in the western parts and started showing no mercy. And it kind of spooked Poland. And so Poland activated its air force as Western Ukraine and the capital, Kiev, come under massive strike. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here, guys. This is very important updates. For some reason, I thought there was going to be possibly Article 5 activated. So you guys already know Poland is a member of NATO. And they had to transfer their F-16 fighters out of there because it just came to a point that, the Bear launching missiles almost hit their territory. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here. Once again, guys, these biblical wars is getting really tough nowadays. And, the question here is why the yellow and blue struck Crimea? Why? It should have been a day of, a silence because what took place in the Bear capital, it should have just, these two should have never went toe-to-toe. But for some reason, Ukraine, they send their deepest condolences and prayers, and then a few hours later, they drop the hammer on Crimea. Don't know why. But again, guys, we're going to see what's going on here. So if you can, please share this video. It says here, update 8:05 a.m. Sunday morning, March 24, 2024. Again, these are updates. Several of the Bear missiles flew into, Polish airspace during a 40-second maneuver as they flew to the city of that region in Lviv region of Ukraine. That's the western part of Ukraine, the yellow and blue country. According to objective control data, the arrival of 20 missiles was, here we go, number one, on the warehouses and hangars with fuel and lubricants for the armed forces of the yellow and blue. Now, we talked about this many times. When the Bear launches missile, they are taking out facility that is storing sleeping giant and NATO equipment. Number two, on the airfield and air defense, which is located a little outside the city and protects an important transshipment base and workshop for the production of something for aviation. Most likely, it was about the assembly of F-16s. So here's the thing, guys. A lot of people's like, if we want this biblical war to stop, the Bear needs to leave the yellow and blue country. Well, I agree. Yes, the Bear should leave the yellow and blue country. The problem here is that the sleeping giant and NATO are sending stuff into the yellow and blue country. If only these Looney Tunes would stop sending stuff there, then we will not be in this situation. The problem here is the Bear constantly has to take out them warehouses and facilities that's storing up this stuff. So just imagine if Mexico and Cuba is getting a whole bunch of Bear missiles. You think Sleeping Giant is going to sleep good at night? Just ask JFK back in the 60s if he slept good at night. So it says here, number 3, on the energy/gas infrastructure supplying this region. There you go. Number 4, near the airfield was a center for training and education of personnel. For the last month, a lot of people were brought in and out, probably a training center of technical personnel, including for maintenance of F-16, and it says BLOOD donation are being collected. That right there basically is a confirmation that they're preparing for WW3. So let's say it's you have a whole bunch of camouflage troops out there, and there's a lot of them got impacted. Well, you need some again preparation. You need some aid kits. Doctors and BLOOD and stuff like that. You need a whole bunch of stuff when it comes to WW3. Wow. You guys, some of them are still being removed. The fight in the airport area cannot be put out. Yikes. Here's the thing. This here was last night. I just want to show the picture. The entire region was completely red. Alright. Here's the thing. None of those Looney Tunes NATO should be crying like babies. They the one who's sending all them stuff into the yellow blue country. They better expect something from those all those shipments. So it's okay for them to send all these things, but when they get hit, they start crying. If only they stop sending all these stuff, we won't be in this, again, in these biblical war situation. But as long as the sleeping giants are involved, biblical war will never end. It will never, ever end. As long as the sleeping giants are involved in all these regions, it ain't gonna end. Now, I'm not saying the bear is innocent, because the bear, again, ain't no one innocent. But it's common sense. We know who's the good, we know who's the bad. And we know for sure that the sleeping giant is sending a lot of stuff throughout the entire region. Don't believe me? Look at Haiti. All them groups, those lawlessness, they walking around with sleeping giant GUN. Or look at the group in the southern region. I'm going to spell their name, CARTELS. They walking around with sleeping giant equipments. Or what about the $100 billion worth of stuff that the sleeping giant leader left behind in Afghan? Is in the hands of the Taliban, you know who. So the sleeping giants are not saints, are not angels. They love sending stuff throughout the entire region. So if only the sleeping giant would stop doing what they're doing, we won't be in this situation. But as long as the sleeping giant is around, yeah, we're just going to continue talking about all these breaking news of biblical war. Once again, you have the fighter jets scramble as sleeping giant bombers approach this border. Someone said, we will single-handedly be the reason WW3 start. Let's go with this story here. Now, once again, these are all updates. Very important updates. Now, what's going to happen? Is there going to be WW3? I don't think so. I don't. Just a little tiny stuff fall into Poland's territory does not mean it's WW3. I don't think there's going to be Article 5 activated. Now, if, let's say Poland, a whole bunch of innocent were taken out, then it's a different story. But as of right now, I don't think this is going to lead to WW3. I don't think this is going to be some crazy Article 5. But the bear is showing no mercy. They had it up to here. You guys already know that innocent were taken out. So it's like the bear is getting worse and worse. All these things happening to their land. And eventually it will happen here. Alright, I posted a video last night, guys, that you have a CENTCOM Commander General saying that eventually what happened in the bear capital is going to happen in the sleeping giant. Remember, Christopher Wray, the director of the FB, you know what? He came out and he said the groups are already here inside the sleeping giant. All right, so the yellow and blue capital and the western region of Lviv had come under a massive event, officials have said, and Polish forces have also been placed on heightened readiness. Now, the bear and the yellow and blue have been engaged in a series of this event, with Sunday's early morning strikes coming a day after the bear expert said it has seized the yellow and blue village. Well, in the west of Bankmont. A militant event on a Bear Capital concert, you guys already know that on Friday, that has taken 133 guys. For some reason, they say it was over 150, but now it's 133. I'm going to have to do some more research on that. All right, so 133 has also become a new flashpoint between the two lands, with the bear leader seeking to tie the yellow and blue capital to the event. The yellow and blue has denied involvement, and ISIS has claimed responsibility. Now, the yellow and blue country leader, Mr. Z, on Saturday, accused the bear leader of seeking to shift the blame on the yellow and blue country for the event. Well, like I said, if you have, again, these individuals were caught. They were caught. They were heading towards the yellow and blue country. So, again, if these group were ISIS, I mean, ISIS are radicals. I mean, they stay there until the very end, and that's it. They go with their virgins on the other side of the world or whatever, which, again, there's no such thing as that type of story. But these group here, from what I heard, one of them was a yellow-blue country soldier back in 2022. It says here they have brought hundreds of thousands of their own tea here on the yellow and blue land to fight against what? They have brought hundreds of thousands of their own tea here on the yellow and blue land to fight against us, and they don't care about what is happening inside their own land. Oh my goodness. Mr. Z, wow. Talk about assuming. Wow. Woo. The bear soldiers are terror. You know what? All right, so the low-life bear leader, instead of dealing with his bear citizens, addressing them, was silent for a full 24 hours, thinking about how to tie. This is just. This is what you call a very unprofessional response by a yellow-blue country leader, put it like that. Very, very, very unprofessional. Very unprofessional, and it just, the foolish sound that's coming out from this man's mouth. So again, he's basically saying that the bear soldiers, all of them, 100,000s, are just terror, ish. And that again, it's just so many things that this dude, again, if the yellow and blue country wants to be a better land, they need a better leader. I don't see Mr. Z being a great leader. I feel like he's just a Pinocchio. He takes order from the sleeping giant. He's not right. He's not fit to be that yellow and blue country leader. So it says here, you have officials in the yellow and blue said that the bear had launched its third pre-dawn strike on the yellow and blue in the past 4 days, and a second to target the capital of the yellow and blue country. The event in the capital in the yellow blue country. The mayor posted on Telegram on Sunday, air defense is working and do not leave shelters. Now, we did talk about that. There were many people in the subway. That's where to go when all this take place. Underground, subway, and all that. So the western part region of the yellow and blue country governor said he said Stry district south of the city of Lviv near the Polish border had also been impacted. The yellow and blue. It seems like stuff was coming in, tried to come in from Poland, and the Bears saw that. I don't know if they were trying to bring in F-16s. There's a possibility they might have tried to bring in something here. It seems like they were trying to be kind of slick here, because what happened to the Bear? The Bear capital. They thought that the Bear was gonna take a day off and just kind of show the respect to the loved ones out there, and so the NATO could be slick and bring their stuff through the western part. The Bears saw that, and then again they retaliated really quick. So something happened in that region in Lviv. It seems like there's a possibility NATO members were trying to bring something in, and they had to move those F-16s. And we did talk about that. We talked about it last night. They were trying to move those F-16 to a safer area. See, last night we thought that they were gonna launch those F-16 to go one-on-one with the Bear, but no, they were trying to take him somewhere in a safe place. So again, guys, I just feel like there's a possibility that region were trying to bring something into the yellow and blue country. The Bear retaliated. So it says here the yellow and blue was earlier placed under a nationwide alert that warned of flying objects being launched from the Bear Tu-95. The alert was lifted about 2 hours later. All right, so once again, you have this person, the head of the yellow blue country capital, said that the flying objects were fired at the capital. Preliminary reports suggested there were no casual or damage. See, again, you listening to that? So the Bear was not going after innocents. The Bear is not going after the yellow and blue country citizens. The Bear is going, again, taking out facilities. The Bear is taking out stuff that is coming into that region by the sleeping giant NATO. So when you hear stuff like this, and this is why it's very important for people to do research and stop going through all these TikToks. When the Bear does this type of stuff, it's to take out warehouse and stuff that equipments are being stored in. This happens a lot. This has been happening for many years in different parts of the world. 40 years, 50 years. It happens in the Mid-E. You guys already know Israel. They fire towards, I'm going to spell this country name, Syria, Syria. So they do their thing. They take out the warehouses there because Persia, Iran, is bringing stuff into that region. So when it comes to these breaking news story, I'm not shocked. This is not a big WW3 concerning alert. This is this stuff happens once a week. So it seems like the sleeping giant NATO were trying to bring something in. Sorry guys, I got my puppy here. I got her little toy, and she's just having a good time with that toy. All right. She loves staying in this studio room. It's a big studio room, really nice. All right, so it says here, I lost track. So again, guys, like I said, I'm not too surprised with this. So this operation is basically taking out facility. Again, that's what it is. So there was no report of any casual. So once again, Lviv, the mayor said about 20 flying objects and 7 of the Persian drones were fired at the region. There you go. So they targeted a critical infrastructure facility. Like I say, guys, this stuff here been going on for 2.5 years already. I mean, 2 years. So this is not a shocking surprise here. And again, they're going to keep doing this. As long as the Sleeping Giants and ATO continue sending stuff, this region is going to see a red map, which means air raid. So as long as NATO Sleeping Giant keeps sending stuff in, these biblical war will never, ever, ever end. People's going to be like, oh, Louis, just, let the yellow and blue have Sleeping Giant equipments. Okay, that's fine. Then let Cuba have the Bear equipment. Maybe Cuba should have one of those Bear missiles. Remember, even JFK in the 60s had tough times sleeping at night. So that's the thing about a lot of people, that it just doesn't work like that. Again, if you try to bring Sleeping Giant equipments close to someone's doorstep, that land is going to be like, hey, take that 600 miles away from our region. Take it somewhere else. Take it to the moon if you want to. But don't be trying to bring that stuff in front of my doorstep. And again, that's basically what the story is all about. Sleeping Giant want to bring their stuff very close to the Bear. So eventually they could launch that towards the Bear country, and the Bear air defense system won't have time to retaliate. Because you need a good 10 minutes to launch a missile defense system to take out something that's heading towards your region. And the Sleeping Giant knows that they need to get this stuff a little closer to the Bear in order to outbeat that missile defense system S-500. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I wouldn't call this WW3 alert. But again, the Bear is just saying, hey, you guys hit us. We're trying to take take this day off because of what took place in the Bear capital, but you guys really don't care. You send condolences, but here you are striking Crimea. Well, I'm just gonna strike our region now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I got more videos coming up. For those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Luis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.